This video is intended to be a check on a modification to a piece of terrain for a customer before I ship it out, and also gives you a chance to see some of the very small but sort of personalized modifications that you could possibly request if you were interested in any of the pieces that TerranScapes makes. So the piece in question here is the razor wire stands. And the razor wire stands here are shown next to AT43 models for scale comparison. They are scaled here for 28mm, although I have made some for 15mm Flames of War before. And the main modification that I made is that normally for the uprights for the razor wire stands, I've used styrene in the shape of L bar, sort of L iron bar, that I've glued together, and then I mount, well, it would be, let's see if I can turn that. And then I mount them like this, and then I string the razor wire amongst the brackets. This is how it's shown on the website and is what is traditionally offered. I thought I'd try something different, however, for this one, in that I took I-beam styrene and cut those, mounted them in the stand with a bit of an angle facing forward so that it looks a little bit more formidable to the opponents approaching it, and then strung the barbed wire amongst that. And I thought that actually looks a little bit better, and then I realized that that may not necessarily be appropriate for all gaming systems. You know, this certainly works really well for AT43 or Warhammer 40K, but may not work well for games such as War Machine, where I have had some people request barbed wire, but because of that pseudo steampunk feel, although I know technically many people argue that it is not steampunk, but in any case, that, you know, I-beams may not really be the best fit for that. So I wanted to show them, give a sense of what the stands look like with that modification, and just check before I ship that out to make sure that that's okay. Of course, I don't want any real surprises, but overall, I think if you think like it's going to fit the system, it's quite a bit of an improvement in appearance. And just to show you comparison, sometimes it's nice to see some other terrain in the picture as well. A couple craters and a couple vegetation stands to break up that battlefield and give it a little bit more tactical variation.